We have been talking a lot about restorative conferences this month on the YouTube channel. I am so excited to talk to you about just 3 questions that are going to change how you resolve conflict in your class, school, or district community. Here we go. I want to say right off the bat, you don't need to take notes. I'm going to provide you with this restorative conference companion 2-pager. It is linked in the description below this video. So grab that, get to work. I'm going to walk you through it here. So in the welcome, I just share a little bit of language that's maybe helpful for sharing at the start of a conference or conversation. I would also share agreements. We've talked about these before, but here is where we're focusing today. 3 questions. I've listed 4 here, but honestly, I think number 3 is optional. So up to you if you want to use it. I think 1, 2, and 4 are really the core pieces. And I think you can have a great restorative conference with just those 3. First one, what happened? Get clear on the details of what exactly happened and ask each participant to share. Number 2, how did you feel? So each person speaks from the I. How did I feel in the moment of whatever happened that we just cleared up in round number 1? Or if you want to go into unmet need language, which we've talked about before in this YouTube mini-series, what did you need that you weren't able to get? You can talk about this one here. So who else was affected in addition to you? What did folks share with you? Or what was the impact that you saw more broadly? What are other things that you saw that experienced harm or whatever? What's the impact? Share the impact with us. And then number 4, we want to move to action. So how can the harm be repaired? That's what we're talking about. Or I have kind of some other tips here. What needs to change in order for you to feel better about the situation? That might be language that's more amenable to certain students, particularly lower grade students. And again, feel free to adapt any of these questions for lower grades. And then the person who caused the harm specifically, it's what can you do to repair the harm? So really taking on that accountability piece. Now you'll also see I've referenced here some different things we've talked about before on the podcast. So just some screenshots, some emojis, emotions bank, all sorts of things, so that when students in the moment are like, oh, how did I feel? Oh, I don't know. You can share an emotion chart with them so they can choose from that. If you're asking about unmet needs, share language with them so they can choose from it, particularly an emotion of heightened emotions. It might be hard for them. If you are interested in more detailed information, I have a 20-minute podcast episode on Time for Teachership podcast. You can listen to that in YouTube, in the platform itself, or you could go listen on your favorite podcast player. That's episode 165. You can also go to the website and read a quick blog post with all the summary notes, which is at lindsaybethlyons.com/blog/165. All right, have a wonderful day.